All right. Let's see if everything's actually working. Look at that. It is working. Cool. Now let's see if YouTube's working also. This we need more videos. That is funny. True. True. We do need more videos. We are going to get more videos. I promise you guys, we are getting more. But for now, I need to make sure YouTube's up and running. And I need to send some notifications out. Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much. This man has abandoned sleep. Sir, I have not slept in so fucking long. Oh my god. I think I slept 3 hours before work. Then I got home. And then I started fixing yesterday's stream. And I still need to start up YouTube. And then I started editing the quarterstaff video. What's up? What's up, Technical? What's up, Ben? Welcome, guys. Appreciate you. Appreciate you all being here already. I am attempting to set YouTube up. Just go to the studio and make sure that I can actually get this going. What's up, Nikolai? Welcome in. We're gonna do some crafting. I'm just wanting to make sure that I get the YouTube bid going for the YouTube boys. So we're gonna go to. I'm gonna be looking on the other screen just for a tad, a little bit. Well, I'll pop up the YouTube view and just make sure that everything is good there. And the YouTube boys are not going to have music, I'm pretty sure. So we will see how that works. I prepared some crafts for us, by the way. There's going to be a... Well, we do a little bit of a gamba. So we're gonna check out a couple of things. The whatever questions you guys have, build stuff, crafting stuff. We can run a couple maps. I don't know that I'm gonna be here for a while until I crash, but at least I'm, just want to make sure we're around. How y'all doing tonight? All right. So the YouTube bit is also working, which is nice. So we got that going for us. I don't know how many people actually. Thank you. Appreciate the follow. Terrible Omen of Light jail for Spirit. Omen of Light. Why are you Omen of Lighting for Spirit? What's the bit? What am I missing? I must know why you're Omen of Lighting for Spirit. You gotta tell me, sir. All right. So I sniped an amulet for 13 div and thought I could save it. You thought you could save it. You gotta link it to me in game, bro. We gotta see this gem. Let's see if we can save you from saving that amulet. That might be the play today. Is saving you more than the amulet. My IGN is Keeson15. I'm gonna put this in Twitch chat. It's just an absent. Yeah, but what do you you shouldn't be lighting stuff on an absent. You can usually reset it if the snipe that you got was proper. A lot of times you can reset it with the essence trick. So you shouldn't be having to light it, technically speaking. So let's find out what you got going on. In the meantime, I am gonna talk to you guys about what we got going on here. So we're gonna show you the cell box. And as you can see, the body armor from early morning yesterday. What's the essence trick? The essence trick is when you do an Astrid's. Well, not the Astrid's creativity for the amulet, but for the amulet, if you have a fractured mod for the absent one, and then you have a second fracture, and you have a second mod that's open, you could put the Omen of Light in that section. Like if you have a fractured prefix, and you only have another prefix available. So you could put the Omen of Light onto the prefix because the other one's fractured, so it's going to override the mod. And then you could use a prefix Essence. That's usually like global defenses, and it'll override the desecrated mod. And then you could do the prefix desecration again to override the essence, roll it, see it. If the desecration doesn't hit, throw another essence to overwrite the desecration, and just instead of lighting it off, you're just overriding it with an essence. So that's the trick. All right, let's see this amulet. So you are lighting for spirit because you have a fractured suffix with proj skills and a trinity. I see. Do you need to get T1 spirit on this? Do rangers even care? Nobody besides bow users is buying that. Do they want 50 spirit, or don't they run spirit reservation efficiency? I guess it looks nice with 50 spirit and crit bonus, but like, goddamn, bro, lighting for spirit is horrible. You cannot use any tricks. You are in jail. You're in the Omen of Light jail. Yeah, of course. I'm from your Discord. Just a tip: always put the link of the stream when you announce your live. Good freaking point. You know what? You are right, sir. You are right, sir. You are right, sir. We are going to put both links of both streams, as a matter of fact. That is probably a very, very, very solid point. LOL. Listen, first time streamer problems, okay? Okay? You guys didn't know that I'm stupid, and now you know. Can I also whisper you my amulet for everyone to laugh at my mistakes? Send it, bro. That is the point. I think 47 might be enough, but I'm pretty much done with it. I just might get rid of it for who knows what price. Well, funny you say that. We have price check on stream. I don't know if that shows for our YouTube boys. It'll definitely show for the Twitch boys. So, no, I don't think that. No, it does show. Okay, cool. There's a little bit of a delay. So, God knows what price. Let's see the God knows what price. Let's go 30 on this and 43 spirit and see what's going on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. So, it's honestly not that bad. It's like in the sixes. It's I mean, there's usually a tier 1 spirit involved in the sixes, like those are your competitors, but somebody might be willing to settle in the 4s and 5s, so that's actually not too bad. That's pretty chill. So what was your mistake on this? You sanctified this. It's a plus 40. You sanctified a plus 40. Is that the mistake we're talking about? You didn't get it to plus 50? Or, I mean, you have an anoint on there, so that was the obvious part. Eternal Rage, what was the... Forgot the Flux. Forgot the Flux. I'm confused. What Flux? What don't I know about the Flux? Level 80. Oh, the perfect flux. Oh. Yes. Yes, that would do it. That would do it. That would do it. Very nice. So, interestingly enough, oh, you know, I should probably you so I'm looking at the YouTube and I'm like, oh wait, nobody showed up to YouTube. That's weird. Um, you guys want to know something? I put the YouTube stream unlisted. It's not public. How are people supposed to show up if it's not public? That'd be pretty hard, huh? So yeah. Yeah. You know, new streamer problems. Anyway. So we got some amulets. That's pretty cool. We're gonna go over the cell box. So this was the settle craft that we did yesterday. Mana Spirit ES. I made 3 of these. I swear to you, chat, I'm not trying to craft the spirit on there. I just hit spirit and ES behind it. Every time I hit either flat or percent ES, which is the more common roll than the spirit, by the way, I can't hit the other one. So we're gonna recraft this because this one went for 590, this one went for 650, and then I'm gonna give you the crown jewel of these body armors. When I made this one, Nymph said, and I quote, and I really, really like that statement. He said, "Congrats, bitch. You got one of a kind." So I tried to peddle this for 2,000 divines. Obviously, y'all know I price aggressively. So I was dropping it by 100 divs about every 20 minutes or so. And then I left it at 9.99 and I went to sleep. And when I woke up, it was gone. And I felt bad about myself because I feel like I should have listed for more. So the point being is we do have some body armors that need to get gone. Valentine PA on YouTube says, "Hello, Mr. Copyright. I tried to watch your Twitch stream, but it was bugged for some reason." Hey, I appreciate it. That's why I have 2. It sucks that you don't get the music now, but you know, it's at least something. It's better than nothing. Some people are going to be on YouTube and some people are going to be on Twitch. Hold on. You're saying I can upgrade my Trinity amulet to 20 with a perfect flux, says Technical. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But if it's a level 18, you could also put a Fire Mastery and Dialas into it. If you have a Dialas and it has nowhere to go, and it'll go from 18 to 20. I don't know if you know this, but Trinity breakpoints are at 20, 23, and 26. So a level 19 Trinity is the same thing as a level 18, and a level 22 is the same as 20. So if you're going to put you technically don't need a perfect flux. If there's an upgrade to level 19, and I don't know if there is, that works better with like a fire mastery. So just FYI. Is Twitch supposed to have music on? Fuck yeah, Twitch is supposed to have music on. Do you guys not have music? No, sir. Okay. How about now? There we go. All right. Well, now on that note, we're gonna restart it on a song I want to listen to. So apparently OBS likes to brick my music. Let's check volume. What we gambling? I see Mirror Gamble. Mirror Gamble. Mirror Gamble. I've oh yes. Yeah. That's new streamer moment. Hold please. Hold please. Uh we are not mirror gambling today. We are crafting and answering questions. There we go. So that should get updated. We are mirror gambling yesterday, and we are mirror gambling for the quarterstaff. I am actually going to show you guys what we crafted yesterday. Never mind, stream works. How did the mirror staff go? I am about to show you. So the mirror quarterstaff went about like this. It is now, it's not perfectly divined, but it's pretty well divined. We got 2 copies. It's 3 points off on the wed, 2 on the lightning, and like a good 14 on the cold. But the cool part is this explicit stuff, this makes it just 20% fatter. This 356 actually goes to 427. So it adds basically an extra tier. You can think of this as making all your prefixes tier 0. So it's a lot of power. It's a little bit ridiculous as far as the power level of the item goes. So yeah. Yeah, it's really, really nice. Really nice. Welcome in everybody, by the way. Shame on the wed. I know. I made 6 of these, and every time it had to go wed, I would have preferred it be triple flat. But what was I gonna do? Reset the whole craft? I didn't have 2, 3 mirrors to throw at it. Like, we would have to, on average, redo this 6 times. And this is the 6th time I've done it between 2 leagues, and I still haven't had triple Ellie. So, I mean, we essentially have to send a 1 in 3. And that shit breaks a lot. Like, it's just, we're just stuck there. And then we have 2 perfect prefixes, the lightning and the cold, and the wind hits last, and then it's like, welp, you know. Imagine if you hit fire. We hit near max roll of tier 2 fire. I was screaming a little bit on stream. It was great. How much div did it take for you to craft that 999 div body armor? So keep in mind this 999 div body armor, that's pretty lucky on the hit. So the base itself is 300 divs for this 20% fractured mana. And spoiler alert, guys. Spoilers. We have some rainments and we have fracturing orbs. They have mana, so you guys get to see my luck. I have a deal or no deal for you later on this, but that's neither here nor there. So 300 for the base, then you chaos spam and exalt, which costs not very much. Figure 20, 30, 40 divs. And then we do the essence trick with Astrid's creativity to roll for res, and then we slam behind twice and we whittle. The problem is these slams brick a lot, so this is a lucky hit. I slammed the lightning first, and then I whittled some bullshit a few times, then it hit tier 1 fire, and I was like, amazing. But the other times you end up hitting just random shit, and I had to reset this one twice. I had to reset this one 3 times, so like that one was int, and the one at the top, this one I had to reset twice. This one hit crit bonus and a tier 2 res. So like your suffixes, this is a very low eye level. This is like a 60 eye level, so you're screwed if you hit like literally anything. 60, 65, like life regen tier 2 bricks you and your res tier 3 bricks you. So you either send a Gamba and all with a suffix omen, or you're just stuck. So just FYI. Have a question on desecration here when we get there later. We will craft it. We'll craft the whole body armor. I have a half-finished raiment that I want to look somewhat like that. Well, you're in luck. Guess what? We're gonna craft one today. So it's coming. It's coming. So yay. Whoa. Yeah, exactly. I knew you were going to pick up on that. So, deal or no deal? As you'll know, my mana luck is shit. So, if we hit more than 2, I will admit stream client is real. Deal or no deal, chat? Are you winning? I am not winning. I let me tell you something. I slept 3 hours. I worked like 10ish. I got a new job, so I'm working shorter hours. So 10 hours is a shorter day for me now. And then I got home and I got some food on the way. I chopped the food. I did the video editing. I did some Twitch setup. I rolled a couple of these body armors real quick, and then I did the video editing. The editing took fucking ever. And now the upload is working, and YouTube is checking the video there. So that's probably gonna go live tomorrow. If I release it live at 3 a.m., that's just gonna kill the YouTube algorithm. So I'm gonna set it for 1 p.m. Eastern, or for noon Eastern probably, so you guys will have the quarterstaff video tomorrow. I just cut out some of the highlights. A lot of you have been there to watch. We've got the price checker now on stream. Yeah, price check on stream is really nice. How did work go on so little sleep? I've done this shit for 15 years, so I could literally do it while asleep. It's car sales, so it's not very hard. But yeah, it's I was a little tired. I was looking around, all anxious. So that's that. So we're gonna do these fractures, and we are not recording anything, so it's gonna go. I already know this one bricked. That's par for the course. Okay, we got 1. We got 2. Oh no, chat. Okay, spirit is fine. That's a brick. Okay, this is a brick. This is definitely a brick. Okay, yeah. Cool, 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 cool. So far, it took me about 250 divs to set this up. We are up 300 divines from both of these. So we are, I guess I'm just gonna leave the bricks over there. And this already has a tier 1 res, which is very, very sad. Very, very sad. We don't care. And now we're gonna roll these. And so when we roll these with chaos, we're looking for either, if we hit percent ES tier 1, we slam, and we can either slam on flat ES or we slam on percent spirit. If we hit spirit, we're looking for percent ES. If we hit flat, we're looking for percent ES. So percent ES is our universal mod. It goes on both variants. The flat or the spirit are mutually exclusive, so we can have either the flat or the spirit, but not both. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, maybe I'm going a little bit overkill with like 200 divines. Let me go like 50 divines worth of chaos. Like, surely we can get it done. Surely, chat. Surely. Hi, Kisan. Hi. Omera Wara, welcome. Hope you are having a good weekend. Yesterday was a bummer with the stream. We missed the sheet DPS check. How much is it? So let me tell you something. My dumbass didn't post you the link. We went to Twitch, and like 20 out of the 80 of you went to Twitch with me. I should have posted the link in chat. And yeah, the sheet DPS is there. Let's do the sheet DPS now, since some of you didn't get it. It's pretty up there. Marwan says, "Hi, legend. Hi, sir. Welcome. Man is out there crafting cars IRL. I am not crafting cars, sir. I am selling cars. That there's a fairly large difference between those. I do not. You ever seen that Badger commercial? I don't fix cars. I sell cars. That's, yeah. That's a little bit of an oldie for you. You should put your stream getting copyright struck in the video. That would do well on YouTube. My editing skills are not that good, but yeah, that would be a hilarious moment. I might do some sort of compilation at some point for this. So we are, I don't know if you guys remember this, but the old quarterstaff, so that's actually in the sale box, and it's not gonna sell for this much. That was so it was 160, and then it was like 170, 175, and then this one takes it to 210. So it's 20-30% more damage than just the perfect quarterstaff, but by comparison to this, it's like 40% more damage, 30% more damage. It's a lot. I mean, this is still a pretty decent stick. Don't get me wrong. It's not like, let's not list this in Exalted Orbs, yeah? So it was 175, 176. There you go. So now it's over 200. And keep in mind, like the ring that I have here is good, but a lot of my gear isn't at all optimized. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. A lot of the gear isn't like perfect. I don't have sulfur on the mage blood. This is not gonna go into the POB. Like, I could have triple reses, so not, but triple gains rather than the double explode and the LE damage. This is its own separate multiplier. So you could optimize the gear. Like, I could go for much better jewels. My jewels are kind of ass. Like, this is a 4 mod one. I could go 5. This is a very, very sad jewel. It's just got, like, it's a 3-stat jewel. I haven't even bothered. It's not even 4-stat. It's missing crit chance, just because I don't really need crit chance. This is a 4-modded jewel. It's not very well divined. So, like, there's definitely ways to mess with this and optimize it. And ignore the bow nodes on the second weapon set. I was trying to make bow monk work, but I'm probably just gonna buy the Fubgun mirror bow. That'll work. You gave me crab for 4 mod jewels yesterday. Yes, I did. And it's because you actually want to improve your build. I stopped improving my build. Um, I I have a 5 module that I sold instead of putting it in there any service yet. We got 2 copies. We got 2 copies of the mirror staff, so that already did happen. So that's really good. My Falling Thunder with 8 charges is 8 to 10 million in hideout. I can't imagine it going up to 10 plus. Yeah, I mean, it would be it would be pretty crazy. It's definitely like that base damage multiplier. Just imagine putting your stuff to tier 0. That would be pretty ridiculous. Is there where you can take a look at my build? I am doing a monk build. Yes, I can take a look at your build. You need to link it to me in Discord. I will probably take a look at it off stream because I don't have a scene set up for build looks. Although I might do link it to me in Discord and tag me, and I'll see if I pull up the thing on stream if there's a I could just create a scene for you guys um for the thing and run it for both. So that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, link it. We can look at the build together. 3 mil spark tooltip. I think I'm done pushing my build for sure. I'm a crafter and I see you're making money off of feather raiments based on your trade history. Totally not following to yoink your market. Yoink the market all you want. This is a 350 divide fracture. You can keep this entire market if you want to. Like, sometimes this craft works and sometimes it doesn't. We are ADHD pandas over here, so we are going to roll these and you guys will see the craft. But yeah, we're gonna also check out Marwan's build. POB or what? So you go to PoE Ninja and you log in and you put your character and just link me the ninja, and then I'll make a scene and then we can go critique the build together, and we can do crafting / build, and we can do all of our ADHD stuff. So yeah, YouTube volume of music check, not YouTube, Twitch volume of music check, please. Just make sure that it's fine. Like, it doesn't need to be quiet or louder. Sometimes you don't notice it until I bring your attention to it, but just make sure that this is all right. And obviously, song requests are always welcome. Okay, cool. Not sure if you got to look at my attribute problem. Might just go overkill with Legacy of Grey Make. Do not put Legacy of Grey Make on a monk. What? Stop it. Yes, no, I didn't look at it. I need to look at it. As a matter of fact, you know what? We're gonna make we're going to make a build help section for this. We are specifically going to look at this because there's no way that we will allow you to do this. Let's make sure. All right, let me check the stream. Okay, so the stream is not showing it, so I need to make a new scene for all y'all. So let's make a scene. And I don't mean let's freak out on camera together. So we are going to go window capture. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that window capture is going to be our... Yep, there you go. So y'all should be seeing it. I'm going to move it above PoE, but below the camera so you guys can see this. So this should be working for y'all now. Confirm, please, that the chat that you could see the PoE Ninja there. Beautiful. Okay, fantastic. So we're looking at an attribute problem. Now, I'm not having an attribute problem. I have a 115 requirement on this, and there's like dex requirements, so I don't know why the heck you're having an attribute problem with this. You have a 107, you have a lower requirement. It's 51, 51. All your stuff is hybrid. Like, you shouldn't be having, and this doesn't have attribute requirements, you should not be having issues. So you're looking at 32, 106, 91. We're just going to run comparison. 32, 106, 91. So you're just slightly short. I don't know what about your support gems. So 32, 106, 91. There's just a little bit of int missing. So let me do this. Let me refund all of this garbage so it's not distracting me while I'm looking at. Obviously, the dex swap needed a whole bunch of points. Let's take this out. Let's take all of these things out so we could look at what you have versus what I have. I am going to take this portion out. I'm gonna hide the bit here. So there's attributes on crit which you're taking. That's good. There's gonna be, you're taking attributes here. Okay, I can see that. That's fine. This doesn't carry any attributes implicitly. This doesn't either. You got your 25 dex node there, so that's good. Let's see what's going on here. Probably have a copy of Idol or Rune in an item. By the way, do you prefer Ghost Dance or Wind Dancer with 75 evasion if you have to choose one? I would choose Wind Dancer over Ghost Dance every time, every day of the week. I'm just partial to that. I like it much, much better. So the power charged nodes don't give any stats. Why are you suffering for stats? And why am I not suffering for stats? So our trees look nearly identical to that end. I'm picking up some basics, nothing too crazy here. I am picking up these quarterstaff nodes. Is it just the 8% increased dex that I have allocated and you don't? Yeah, it's this node right here. So this is the only difference, which this is a pretty solid node anyway. So that's the difference between our builds, is I have the 8% dexterity and that gives just enough. Now for your 4 points as to why, like, so you have 10 int. Yeah, that may be a consideration, but I want to see, like, you could drop these 3 nodes and then drop this node and just take your deflection evasion, which is going to boost you defensively, and take 8%. Play around with taking these 3 out and taking the sit node out and going 8% increased dexterity. But that's only 8. That's only 8 dex on it, so that shouldn't be enough to push you over. So let's see what else is going on mine. The days nodes don't give any stats. There's dexterity on Fabled Stag also, so that's pretty. That's the difference here. So I'm taking this and I'm taking this, which gives 18 stat, and you're just slightly short of that. I mean, other than that, our trees are literally identical. So the other thing we could do is search for dexterity here and see what nodes are going to be giving a whole lot of it. It's nothing particularly useful, so let's look at an int. And I don't have any stats on gear. So just FYI, so you guys could see what I'm looking at. This is my own tree, and I'm searching for intelligence, what gives the intelligence on there, because I have a higher requirement helmet, and I'm still fine on it. So we're just looking for stats and making sure that there's good, efficient quality nodes that give us things. I probably don't need the... Like, these are actually inefficient. I don't know if I care about the 30% increased armor EVS on there. Picking up this extra node is the difference. I think I have +1 travel point to the power charges here, have the 8% dex, and I have the 10 dex from here. So, like, this 10 int could be it. Howling Primate is not even bad with this jewel, but I mean, like, these the 3 nodes that you have over there on the side aren't really that amazing. Like, if we look at this, these nodes aren't like super good. I would probably reallocate these nodes and put them into some stat travel. I don't know if you need the extra power charges, but the 3 nodes will you know, you could go the +1 here. I don't know that you could pick up Howling Primate. Travel nodes to a jewel slot aren't really going to do anything for you. Let's see what we have going on. Hello. Hello and welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. Could fit in decks and boots, but sacrifice rarity. No, you don't want to sack an item slot for it. Um, there's some life recovery, but we don't love that. See with dexterity what else is possible on looking at the build. Like if I really needed dex, like there's an argument for picking up the evasion nodes. You do have hybrid on your gear, right? Like for yours, you might consider picking up the evasion there. Let's go back and look at your actual build. So you have hybrid here with a bunch of evasion. You have hybrid here with a bunch of evasion. You have hybrid here. You should be taking these nodes implicitly anyway, because they give a bunch of deflection evasion. Those are very efficient and very, very nice. And then what you could do is retool your tree a little bit into picking up these 4 nodes and then picking up an extra couple just to put the flat decks. So it's 7 points. We take this, that's 1. I would take this, that's 4. Then we need to take 3 more. I would kill the AoE off, or I would kill the mana efficiency off, depending on what you could live without. Or I would kill these 3 for the crit and AoE off. I think these 3 are the least efficient, so 3, 3, 1, that makes 7. You'll go 4, and you'll go 3, and you'll fix your attribute problem right there. That's my solution for you, buddy. Yeah, so these are insane nodes, by the way. Like, it's got deflection, evasion. You're gonna be, with the amount of evasion that you've got, this is gonna be very, very good for you to have in general. So that's my answer to your attribute problem. I'm glad my build only needs int. Yeah, absolutely. Need 27 int replaced from tattoos for the reses. Yeah, makes sense. So, somebody was supposed to tag me in Discord so we could do another build. There we go. There is our build. So that's the next one that we're looking at. And this is again Monk. And let me see what your question was, sir. So let's look at that. So I'm assuming you're looking for the general improvements. You let me know what specifically you're struggling with. So the number one thing I check for the builds, no matter what, it's going to be the weapon. It looks like you have tier 2s all around. That lightning is tier 2, the cold is tier 2 or 3 possibly. The fire looks like it's tier 2, so that's good enough. You got attack skills, you got attack speed and crit. When I see attack speed, I'm immediately worried. I want to see hollow form. I do not want to see Falling Thunder and Flicker, and I see Falling Thunder and Flicker. Sir, the 27% attack speed is dead for both of your builds. You have a 5 modded quarterstaff. You need to have that and crit damage immediately. Like, I would go recraft this shit right now, assuming that your desecration's on a suffix. If that attack speed is desecrated, I would recraft that immediately. Because the attack speed is ass. So where do I link my question? If you need a build linked, I would go to the Discord and send me the link in Discord. So that would be the easiest thing. You could possibly DM it, but I don't know if I'm going to have the sanity to check DMs, by the way. But yeah. And also, the one thing that we didn't catch on here is this fucking guy. You guys need to give him infinite shit. Who does this? Who does this on a monk build? You have 16% base crit, and you have another 2.3 and a 1. You have 21% base crit. You could cap crit by just sneezing in this general direction. This right here, I don't want to see that on any of your builds ever. This is a very, very expensive 5 link twirling assault. I hate this. Hate this, hate this, hate this. So, first things first, you need crit damage and not attack speed. Just in general, for improving the build. This is for our next gentleman, by the way. Now, the other part that we need is making sure the body armor. So this body armor, like, it's nice defensively, but I would like to see it better rolled. That's like a small optimization. I prefer rare body armors, so that's fine. Your rings are very, very sad, sir. This at this point of the league, that cold damage is like tier 5, and the lightning percent is literal dog shit. The resistances, your suffixes are good on the rings, but the ring does definitely need improvements. And the nice thing is the Calandra's touch is like 11 div or 10 div or something. So you could do a 100 div ring or an 80 div ring and mirror it with Calandra's touch and have 2 really nice rings. So the all res is kind of unacceptable at this point. You should have gold rings at this point in the league. The rarity is very, very important. +4 on the melee, I like. Crit damage bonus is really nice. EVES, cool. Dexterity, I don't hate this. I don't hate this amulet at all. This is, like, completely fine. Hybrid helmet, I don't like. The crit and the rarity is fine. They're lower tiers on the res. Like, this is passable, but I don't like hybrid on the helmet slot because you could have 500 energy shield on here. Your total energy shield's 4,700. You could see minus 6,400. If I take off my helmet, it's 4,000. The helmet is like over a third of my energy shield. It's almost half. Like, the helmet and the body armor are almost entirely the sources of my energy shield. Like, the gloves and the boots barely give anything. So, not having a pure energy shield is kind of trolling on the build. So, the boots, you know, these are fine. It's double res rarity, movement speed. Sure, I don't hate this. I would like to see deflection, but I don't hate this. This is cool. So your rings are probably your biggest area of opportunity. Swapping this attack speed to crit is incredibly important. You have a tier 1 explode, which is like these gloves are very, very sad. Why do you have tier 1 chaos, tier 2 chaos explode? It's a 12% chance, like, or that might actually be tier 1. Let me see. I know I have tier 1 on mine. What is the explode chance? Yeah. No. 13 is tier 2. Yeah, no. Crazy. You need the bleed explode. Because that's physical and that's got the 50% chance. It's just a consistent, smoother clear. So the gloves definitely need an upgrade. Let's see. This looks like a 5-mod jewel. Very nice. Very, very sexy. This jewel is 2-statted. I don't know if you need the crit chance, but you definitely should have the crit bonus on here. So at least 3-stat this. Ideally, I would like you to see you get crit chance, crit damage, and mana per enemy killed. You really need this in this build. So this jewel definitely needs an upgrade. This is completely reasonable. I would take crit bonus over the crit chance. Obviously, flat crit is going to be expensive. So if you don't have the funds, I completely understand. But that kind of is what it is. We just check your gems. Flicker, Blindside, Perpetual, Close Combat, Conk Area. That's completely fine. Charge Staff, Osin's Oath. Sure. Why the hell do you have Osin's Oath? You have a leech on one of your rings. I don't really need it. It's fine, but don't really need it. I don't think this does as much as you think it does. So, Falling Thunder, Nova 1. It's not Nova 2, so that's good. Culmination, Blindside, Ricochet, Rakiatas. Yeah, this is completely fine. So, rings, ES helmet, crit bonus on your staff, and you're chilling, sir. So, do I need Mana Leech? What can I upgrade? I think the ring, and maybe I think it is desecrated. Yeah, so if the attack speed is desecrated, you can self-craft this for free. You just rotate battle and haste to kill off the attack speed, and then you desecrate, and when you have a desecration of battle, you reveal, and you can kill it off with haste, etc, etc, etc. Osin's Oath, like, it does let you leech. The problem is when you put Osin's Oath and Charge Staff, and you're working with Falling Thunder, what do you think Charge Staff hits on Falling Thunder? Like, it your Falling Thunder hits right here, and then the projectiles go out. Your Ocean's Oath covers like this much area, then your Falling Thunder clears the entire screen in front of you. Like, it may tickle one mob a little bit. It's not going to give you enough mana back. Not on this build. So that's what I'm saying. Ocean's Oath with the mana leech is kind of ass. I would do mana per kill. So that's my recommendation for you for the build. So, ta-da. Definitely don't need mana regen, just filler points. Very good. Chill, the tooltip said 78%. So the tooltip saying 78% is like we're talking about the crit now for our very, very first build. So this is for this. The tooltip is lying to you. The other part I wanted to talk to you about is charge regulation. You have charge regulation. Once you put that on, that says 26% more crit chance. It takes your crit chance and goes times 1.26. Like, and it doesn't consider your conditional for blindside either. So you are overcapped by like 20 or 30% crit or something, just by default. So having Garacons on an over 100% crit chance character is like such a waste. It's literally like an empty slot. I guess it's the 25% of the time you get to quadratically scale. You get to multiply your crit bonus with each other. So 25% of the time you do a lot of damage, and like 50% of the time it's really no difference, and 25% of the time you're just giving yourself a damage down. Like, I don't like this at all. I think it's complete ass, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. It's just my opinion. So we are done with these builds for now. We will do more builds if you guys link them. Strike out the really mana leech only really good on Flicker, I imagine. Yeah, it's like fine on Flicker. You know what I'm saying? We're chilling. We're chilling. All right, let's see what else we got. Where do I link my question? In build help? It doesn't matter. Just link it to me somewhere. Build help is fine. Wherever you want to. I don't know if you DM'd it to me. Sorry, this is a DM, but this is my build. Yeah, I think you linked it, so we are good there. You're live on Twitch. I'd like to know where I can find a link to your channel to watch. I apologize, lads. I did not like. I did not link the thing in Twitch. God. New streamer moments. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Your entire hit gets scaled down to 40k damage, and your fizz portion of that is still only 6%. Falling Thunder also isn't going to leech like any mana since it's only doing 6% fizz. Well, so the point of... yeah, Falling Thunder itself doesn't leech any mana, but the point of Ocean's Oath is that it makes that particular skill gem leech based on elemental, and his charge staff is going to be doing the elemental damage on there. It's gonna do almost no physical, but it's still only gonna leech based on like 10k damage, and it's only gonna hit like one target. It's just not enough. The mana per enemy killed is completely fine. Like, I don't even run it. 30 spirit left over for some reason. I just don't think that the spirit matters for me there. I'm running the 2% jewel, and that's it. I don't even have support gems fully filled out. I'd be surprised if these are level 20. Yeah, they are level 20, so that's cool. But that's what we got going on for builds. My PO Ninja showing false info on my resists. It has been doing that. I would not look at PO Ninja too much. If you notice, I didn't even I breezed right past it. I didn't even really mention it. So the PO Ninja bit is whatever. So that's what we're doing for build help for now. If somebody wants to link some more builds, that'd be cool. I am always happy to go over builds because that is one of the fun parts. I really, really, really like Monk. I played it every single league. I also played bows every single league, but this is my first caster. Let me tell you guys, this cast on quick comment bullshit. What a build. You just sit there and you say fuck you game the entire time. It's glorious. It's so lovely. I really, really quite like it. Wondering if I should switch to CI. If you're a monk, CI is really, really nice. Now, the other alternative is actually playing low life rather than CI. And low life is definitely an interesting thing. You do need money for it because you're going to end up needing to like communion it um, to go to low life. But communion is insane. Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. The communion build kind of gives you a whole bunch of defenses and a whole bunch of really cool support gems that are like 500 divines each for basically free, and you get some benefits from like pain attunement, so you can put a jewel in there that gives you pain attunement. So the only thing is like forces your body armor to go to a unique one to block build and chaos, and then you do end up needing to cap your chaos res. So there's definitely some amount of annoyance with the low life, but the amount of damage that it produces is crazy. Corbin has a low life version, so that is like completely ridiculous. Cock comment kills Amumu Void mobs so uncontrollably it's comedic. So if you're on Comet, you gotta kill that shit before it's like you gotta murder it before it spawns the void, like while it's coming up from the pit. You gotta murder it when the health bar has appeared, which Cock comment has no problem doing, by the way. Hey, drop an invite. Got some currency to dump for your crafting projects and videos. I'm done with my league. Sure. I don't have a project at the moment, but we will come up with something. I appreciate it. We are going to. We still have leftover grant money, by the way, so it's not like we still have stuff. And obviously, any stuff that we craft with the free gears. Oh, good lord! Holy shit! These are all expensive. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. This is going into community stuff. Oh my god, there's more. Well, we cannot. I cannot use this, but we will come up with something cool. What am I missing? Cannot accept this trade. There's not enough space. Oh my god. Can you take out two divine slots? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, there we go. And this is going into more community. I might need more tabs. Holy divs. I'm gonna need to convert this into like locks or something on the community. It's let me just put this stuff away. Okay, go. We are interrupted for projects. I'm gonna need you guys' help on coming up with what we're gonna make, because I honestly don't even know what we make for, with this. Hi, I feel lost to what to pursue now. Can you help me with my build? I'm going for voices. Um, we really should convert the salt to a lock or something. Give me 1 second. Let me... Give me 2 seconds. Let me convert my stuff. Let me put my divs into a box. That way we don't mix them. And we're just gonna convert all the divs that you gave us into a lock. This should be enough. So that way we're not pressed for space. 1790. This better not touch my shit. $17.80. Okay. Locks are down. FYI, boys, buy locks. If you can help it, buy some locks. $11.40 is criminally cheap for it, by the way. They're gonna be back up shortly. I would not be surprised if locks are at 2,000 in like, I don't know, a week or two for those that are still going to be playing at that point. Um, so we got some project money. Thank you very much. So we will see. There's probably no point in remaking another quarterstaff. I don't know about bows or anything else to that end. Let's see what happened to the stream yesterday. So YouTube did a copyright strike for music because I went to put music on YouTube because it's my first stream ever and I'm obviously dumb. So they shut us down and I moved it to Twitch, but I didn't drop you guys a link in chat. Nor did I put a link in my Discord announcement. So that's what happened is we got copyright strike for music. So now YouTube doesn't get music and Twitch does get music. So that's just that, unfortunately. Let's see. Wondering if I should switch to CI. We got that one. Made 500 divs selling yes helmets and got unlucky with a crafts after and burnt all my 500 divs. Crafting be like that. Hello, hello, mighty Cial. I'm crafting a helmet with double rarity and the suffix one is fractured. How do I finish it? I'm pretty stuck. So, rarity is a really low eye level mod. You need to do everything else and you need to finish with the second rarity. So, it's usually chaos and slam on the side that the rarity's on. Then you're going to whittle the other side. You're going to whittle two mods on the... if you have a fractured suffix rarity, you're going to chaos and slam for two reses. Then you're going to slam the prefixes twice and you're going to whittle them for ESES, and then you're going to desecrate for the last rarity. That's what you're going to do. Once PoE 1 starts, it go up fast, huh? Yeah, yes and no. I don't really know if it has an effect on PoE 1. It just, over the weekend, locks always go down. You want to buy locks on weekends. People are playing and dropping them. And you don't want to be, like, in the middle of the week, you can sell locks. You could literally make 1,000 if you have like 3 locks. You convert this out to divs in the middle of the league and rebuy during the weekend. This is like 1,000 divine profit flip. Like you could literally just have 3 of these and make 1,000 divines a week. Just fucking sell locks on like a Wednesday, buy them back on a Sunday. Fucking 1,000 divines a week. Let me put this shit away. I am gonna run out of space. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, we will... some bases as well. Very nice. Wait, why do you have these? Were you sniping my crafts, sir? Oh, I see. I see. FYI, Spirit doesn't sell on these. Spirit is an ass fracture. It's like 100 divs. You could also just buy Mirror for 4 locks and sell the Mirror for 5 locks and make 1 free lock every few days. That's one of the gotta have money to make money. Yeah, having money to make money is like the theme of this game for some reason, because like they've absolutely ruined crafting for thank you very much, by the way, sir. Yes, more videos are coming, X-Riot. We're gonna have the Don't Craft attack weapons. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm gonna try to set up for at least 2 videos tomorrow. No promises on releasing both tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do the second one tomorrow because I'll go in tandem with a quarterstaff. But I owe you guys 5 modules, and I at least owe you not doing attack weapons, like why you shouldn't be crafting those. There's also a whole plethora of considerations. There's people are talking about investing videos, breaking down profit crafts, how do you come up with a craft, how do I decide on what to do, and especially when Nymph and I are sitting in Discord for fucking 12 hours on a Sunday, and we're breaking down the various crafts and going through and coming up with all of this, like how do you do it, what are we thinking about, how do we approach a craft, how do you decide if it's worth it or not, because I think so far out of probably some hundred or so different things that we've done, I don't think we have yet to lose money on a single one. Like at worst it's a break even, but you know. Um so these are my divs. My divs are going back in. It's I do stringent accounting. I don't like to do like a sharing because for me the amount of profits that I come up with on my own, like nobody needs really this. Nobody needs to have the money for that. To me, it's just um, a measure of what I can and can't do, and I'd like to just be better and better. It's like when you're fast enough on a speed run, but you just start trying to improve anyway. Craft with Amulet, 2 with Spirit, and 50 quality plus 4 spell. I feel I slowly understand craft and what is going on with craft. That's fantastic, sir. That is awesome. Where do you want us to watch, and which one would you benefit more? It doesn't really matter. You watch wherever you like. It makes so little difference, sir. It really does not matter. You just wherever you prefer to watch. I mean, to me, I can't watch without music, so I only ever watch people on Twitch. Down the line, like months and months and months and months and months and months from now, Twitch is better. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Appreciate the follow. At least I am pretty sure that's a follow because the alerts suck for me. If it is a sub, I appreciate you even more. So okay, we hit spirit on this one, so of course we hit spirit on this one. We can never not hit spirit on that. Uh, anyway, where was that? So I was talking about this stuff is like speed running to where like you get better and better at the actual ability to make money, and for as long as motherfucker. You guys didn't see anything. Nothing happened. We're just chaosing for body armor. You see, we missed it. We annulled it. We have dog shit on it now. That's what happened. There's this nothing. Nothing's going on with that one. Ignore it. Ignore it. Ignore it. Ignore it. Streamer client's not real. Um, just being able to make the money is more like a personal achievement. So that's why I split off from the community projects, is because I don't really the fun in this game is not really necessarily measured in the playing itself. It's in like currency acquisition, and in this is strangely enough dog shit, by the way. The flat spear doesn't really do anything. um, it's measured to me in the currency acquisition, the speed with which I do it. And it's just like a personal thing. It's really, really fun for me. So having like, I don't really care about having the currency. It's more fun to make it than it is to have it. Having it is just like a nice comfy bonus of like, okay, I want to play this or I want to play this. Okay, here's just throw a bunch of divines at it and completely trivialize the GGG vision. Which that's a whole other separate conversation. I want to craft the ring in your last video. Would it be enough to know how to craft one? Which ring? Are you talking about the attack ring or something else? Not sure if the rich get richer. Not sure if there was one, but what about crafting at multiple budgets? For example, I'm at like the 500 to 800 div range, but my crafting knowledge is non-existent at that point. Usually just make cheap boots helmets. Cheap boots and helmets are a really good way to get money. Zenego says, hi, I feel lost to what to pursue now. Can you help me with my build? I'm going for voices. Zenego, find me on my Discord and send me a DM or tag me in build help, and send me the link and we can go through the build. So cheap boots and helmets are the way to go. They are really, really, really nice to make. Now, on a 500 to 800 div budget, if you notice, I'm usually living on the 500 to 800 div budget. Like these raiments are actually pretty nice to do in a 500 to 600 div budget. You just gotta kind of know what you're doing. The attack rings are also not horrible, assuming you don't completely get hosed by RNG. Like you could usually get a lot of these crafts done in 300 to 400, and like you could hit it and go 800 900 ring. At worst, you make 100 div profit. Um, the time lost 5 mods are decent money also, but these are a fickle beast. Like you could get absolutely just bonked over when you search for the last mod. So I would say it's like more transitioning to gloves and some body armors, like the Proj gloves, doing specialty boots, chronomancy rune boots type thing, doing pretty much perfect T1 items and not the incredibly expensive slots, like not any sort of sanctification or weapon crafting, but doing like helmets and gloves and body armors that are 3-socketed for body armors or 2-socketed in the other slots would be the way to go into the 500 div crafting. And jewels are really, really good for that. So there's a whole bunch of things. Could be 1, could be 100. How many omens of light takes to hit tier 1 Ellie flat on a ring? You do not want to be omening of lighting for a tier 1 flat. But if you are forced to omen of light for tier 1 flat, it was like, I want to say we calculated like 40, something around the neighborhood of 40. It sucks. It really sucks. The variance does kill you on the omen of lights on the flat. We need a video on body armors. Seen a lot of questions in the Discord about them as well. It just depends on what kind of body armors, because body armors are a very specific thing. The mod that sells is this incredibly rare bullshit mod. Well, so deflection does sell, but this bullshit mod right here for spear reservation efficiency of skills is what sells. And because it's such a low eye level, you can't consistently make really good body armors. So it ends up being a settle craft. Or a huge gamble. Trying to force that to hit something really good is like actually impossible. That's tier 5, and tier 5 is no good for us. That's tier 2, and tier 2 is also not good for us. So we are back to Chaos Prison on this body. Let's see. Why 20% spirit so sought after, by the way? I don't even know what build plays this, to be honest with you. I have not done build research. I think we were like looking at some random build, and I just clicked a mod incorrectly, and I was like, oh wait, these feathered raiments are like a bunch of money. And then Niv started doing some research on them, and he was like, bro. And so we found this and we started making them, and then lo and behold, it's money. So I don't even know who freaking wears this. All I know is I did the price check on them with mana, spirit, flat spirit, a bunch of hybrids, a bunch of different things. And what we settled on is mana has to be on there. Spirit reservation has to be on there. And then the other options are ES or percent ES and spirit. And then on the suffixes, it's just reses. Yes, exactly. I don't know what this is for, but people are buying them, so I am not going to stop them. Would you do percent ES and flat spirit, or maybe it's dead? Percent ES and flat spirit is giga dead. It's like less than half of the final cost. Specifically, these are the mods that we figured out that sell, and I think we spent like 6 hours one day on this bullshit. I kid you not. And so at this point, we're like, we've done enough research to where I don't ever want to see another feathered raiment on my trade site. Like, I'm just not interested in finding out any more about this body armor. This works, it sells. When it stops selling, I'm gonna ship it and put it away, and it is what it is. Let's see. So, fun and exciting crafting session. You're just slamming chaos orbs onto shit. We did finish this one, so and you guys didn't see how slowly we finished it, but so we're gonna have fun in doing the last bits. This craft itself is actually very chill. So I'm able to just kind of course we hit spirit. This is the 5th time I hit percent spirit. I swear to God, I don't know what it is. Flat ES percent ES is more common and easier to hit than the spirit mod. I don't know why. I don't know why. Like I've never been able to hit the slam behind the either one of the ESs. It's always just been with the spirit. So I'm not intentionally crafting them with percent spirit. It's just how it happens to land. It's like a little bit of a pivot craft to that end. Um, but the I don't know why flat wouldn't sell. Like you'd think that they want flat, but I guess the problem is the build wants defenses, and they want mana more than they want anything else, because of the damage taken from mana before life, and then they put the rune in there, and it, like, of course. And originally I thought, well, maybe. And flat ES is not going to go on this, by the way, but we can reslam it for percent. So maybe we'll hit percent one of these days. I don't know why it is that they don't care about flat spirit, but percent spirit is the only thing that's good for them. And then you would think that it's like, okay, flat spirit, percent mana, but no, they need enough energy shield for defensive slots. So I still want their percent ES. Yeah. So on my caster, I have flat spirit because I need like 313 spirit for the Adonia's caster build, and I just get it on a scepter. And like the fact that casters can just wear a wand and a scepter is so ridiculous to me. Like, why is that a thing? Why are they just why are we allowed to pick up like 60% gain as for free and 100 spirit and like 115 with corrupts? Like that's just insane. It's absolutely crazy. By the way, if I miss your question, please resend the question. um I am most definitely going to answer it. I got message requests. Yep. That is fine. We don't have any pings on the Discord, so we should be good. He says, roast me. So let's do it. Let's roast him. Does this window capture work? Let's see. Okay, it works. So we have somebody who wanted to be roasted. Let's see what you got for us, buddy. You are playing Whirling Assault. You're playing it on hollow form, so the attack speed is actually excused. That's cool. The tiers on the flats are cool. The tier 3 crit I don't love, but I'll let it slide. Not a big deal. Looks like a little bit of a settle staff. You got decent flats. You have mana per enemy killed. I don't completely hate it, but mirroring mana per enemy killed seems like a waste of stats. If you're gonna have a luxury weird staff, I wouldn't use the mirroring, but that's neither here nor there. The amulet is solid. No complaints there. Obviously, Mage Blood, and there are some imperfections. I wouldn't necessarily like point anything out, but you made the right choices all across the board. You have double gain, and so you have triple gain on the gloves and crit damage, but the rest of your suffixes are leech damages mana and lightning res. Sir, how do you not put melee skills on your gloves? Like, this is your belt, and you could put melee skills on these exact gloves for like, I don't know, 20-30 divines extra on the craft. I don't understand that. That's like that's probably the biggest what the fuck for me is gonna be these gloves. Not having melee skills on them with the quality is kind of crazy. Um yeah, absolutely. I can most definitely roast you if you want me to. Just link the build in Discord, link it in the build help channel, and I got you. And I'm going to actually go pull up my Discord link and post it for you guys so y'all can find me. I put it in all my videos, and then when I go to Discord and I try to create a new link, it disables it from all the videos. So now I am just forever stuck to going to my videos to get the Discord link because it still works. That's the most paramount part. I put the build at build help on Discord. Is that what you mean? Yeah, that works. That's exactly perfect. That's what we want. So let's go look at this. Okay, beautiful. And there is the Discord link. Welcome to live chat. Sorry, I was away. I want to craft a ring in your last video. Would it be enough to know how to craft one? Attack ring plus res. What do you mean would it be enough to know how to craft one? You have a video on how to make it. But you literally you have the video and everything is there. You got everything you need to know, sir. That's literally your entire resource. So my issue with your build, sir, is your gloves. That's all. The ring is just a question mark. It's not a big deal here. But you pass 2 jewels. Looks like you have good voices on here. 2 sinister slots. That's not bad. And you have Zarox, so understandable. Do you have a Raven Touch shard in here? You're missing a Raven Touch shard, and it's a single socket tiara, so maybe a double socket would be prominent, because you can allocate other things that are useful. On mine, like Lust for Power on my build is really, really nice, but Zarox is something that I probably need to do on the Monk. I just don't really care to improve the Monk any longer. So, there's that. But let's look at your jewels. You got effective prefixes. You got ES and ES recharge. I don't hate it. Elemental damage. I honestly don't hate it. Crit bonus is fine. What I do hate is a bit of Avenged Sevenfold Screamo in my game. And I wanted a little bit more melodic. This is a good song though. So the jewels are pretty solid. The plus 20 life is kind of irrelevant on these, and it says you're missing Hinakoras. I am too. I don't know why. Hollow Focus, Ocean's Oath, sure, I'll allow it. Elemental Armament, good enough. You should have Arakiatas on your level of invest, because you are on an Elemental Staff, and you have Elemental on your rings, so all your base damage is all Elemental. Your Whirling Assault does, like, no physical damage. So I would highly recommend investing into Rakiatas. You need new gloves in Rakiatas, and I think that's gonna like triple or quadruple your damage. Really, that's all I'm seeing here. Just so you have your Rakiatas on the regular Whirling Assault. Why do you have a regular Whirling Assault and Hollow form? See that kind of puzzles me. I guess I could see the gloves for the regular Whirling Assault, but like you just gotta commit to one or the other. Play the hollow form one and use the unique gloves and like literally solve half your issues. It'll probably just be better clear in general anyway. I would pick up some area damage. I think for the most part this is like really chill. You got the same stat idea here. I don't like this left part. I think I already showed this on Discord. I think this is a stat waste for travel points. There are better stats to pick up here. So I'm going to demonstrate it on stream for you guys so y'all can see what I'm talking about here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 travel points that just give stats and nothing else. Then you got a little bit of crit. The ES is kind of like fine, and the mana cost efficiency, you have mana cost efficiency literally right here. You could move those nodes and that's dead. These ES nodes can literally be picked up at the hybrid nodes right here. These hybrid nodes are really strong. There's absolutely nothing wrong with picking up these hybrid nodes, and if you really want more hybrid nodes, you have like 2 more right here. So they're really nice. So like this is pointless and this is pointless. Yeah, like you do get a fair amount of energy shield, but you could get it on the other side. And like if you're completely so inclined to where like you need extra, you could always spec into some more energy shields there. And not picking up 3% movement speed while on CI is crazy, by the way. Like I don't know what that's all about. But this is just increased damage. This says like 100% increased damage conditional on you applying elements, so your first hit doesn't benefit from it. And on whirling I could understand that, but you have increased damage right here, and you have increased damage right here. So if you're really hurting for increased, like why are you pathing all the way over here? Like these points are just a waste. They're inefficient. And the other part is like these crit points are really, really efficient. So if you really want this crit chance, like why you're traveling all the way over here, you just have better nodes on this side. So that's what I'm getting at with this section is like if you take all these stats and you put them in these points and on over here, and like you pick up some crit damage over there and you pick up crit damage over here, like crit damage scales insanely well. You end up getting to just having better points. And that's a lot of what build optimization is all about, is putting better points. So that's that. Let me check on you, chat. I put the build at build help on Discord. Yep, you got it. My old tree right there. Yep, I like those changes. I'll look into that. I appreciate it. I hope that this is at least relatively helpful and somewhat entertaining. It's mostly monks. Would you check my build also, please? It was just above Moose's in Discord. Absolutely. Definitely. So let's see what you're playing. So you're playing Earth Shatter. You are playing Earth Shatter, Harbinger of Madness. Why? What's the... So I don't... Keep in mind, I don't do a lot of the like insane build diversity, so I'm not 100% familiar with exactly what you need on your build. So I could look at the stats. The ring looks suspect to me. Do you actually need the attributes? Do you actually need the prefix rarity? You're mostly physical. I would be looking at I mean, I guess if you're only physical and you have no the stats on the prefix, I could see that. So like that's fine. Gain as the global fizz. I understand. You're wearing brutality on something, aren't you? Because if you're not wearing brutality, I don't understand what the obsession is with strictly physical. So you have elemental armament and Herald of Ice because it converts. I could see that, but I don't see brutality, so I don't see any reason not to put like, there's no reason not to put flats just because you have like base fizz. What is preventing you from dealing elemental damage is I guess what I'm trying to see. As far as your uniques in unique choices, it is what it is. I not really much to say here. I'm wondering if the life regen is necessary on this amulet. There's not really a whole lot of like insane things that I can say because I'm not as familiar with this build as I am with your generic monks and your generic bow builds. But none of these points look unreasonable. I don't love this cluster, but I'll allow it. And obviously, if you're attack speed scaling, that's fine. These travel nodes are questionable to me. Anytime a tree has an offshoot like this far away from the main area where you're at, and there's good points in this section, anytime you have a main offshoot and you're not wearing like adorned, like I want to know why. So +1 to Earth Shatter skills, surely you could afford better. You're already here. Not taking this jewel socket is a little bit suspect to me. Surely you can drop some evasion nodes here to pick up an extra jewel socket. You have attack damage to fill it in. Like, I would drop those 3 nodes and probably get the jewel socket. I'm sure you have really, really solid stats that you could do from that. Um, you have hollow focus, hollow resonance. So that's not hollow form. There's too much hollow stuff going on with these. Uh, I feel like I'd be doing you a disservice by like going too deep into this, because I need to sit with your build for a minute off stream with like complete focus and really just understand the engine that drives the build. And maybe even see a demo of it. But I'm sorry I can't give you a whole lot more. But hopefully this is at least something. Are 4 prefix attack rings worth attempting? The 4 prefix attack rings are usually not. They're usually a pain in the ass to craft, and they don't sell that well. The thing is, you're not gaining any stats. You're moving a suffix to a prefix. And ring suffixes, like the res and the rarity, is important. The ring doesn't really have dead slots on attack builds. So you're giving up essentially tier 1 rarity from a gold ring, or you're giving up another 25% quality from a refined breach ring, which is basically like saying you're giving up an extra tier 1 flat worth of stats, or you're giving up an extra tier 1 suffix worth of stats by going to the +1 prefix -1 suffix, because you don't get an implicit with it. They're just like stat poor items, and so they don't really sell that well, because once you plug it into a build, you just don't have enough raw, and that's why like crafting those sucks. Hello Jester, welcome to the stream. A lot of the same times I think breach rings extra quality beats the extra line. The thing is, Ben, it's not even an extra line. It's just converting a suffix to a prefix. It's not really even all that much. It's I feel like it's stat defunction. Like, it's not even getting any benefit to the stats. It's just you're just reassigning where they go, but do you even want to reassign it in that scenario? And I don't think you do. I don't think that reassigning that from a suffix to a prefix is important in any capacity. Wondering if I should focus on lineage. Okay, well, since you guys are posting builds in here, I guess y'all are just gonna get we're gonna go over it on stream. And even if you didn't want to go over it on stream, you shouldn't have posted it in the fucking build section during the stream. So sucks to be you, I guess. Hollow form Whirling Assault. Okay, cool. Ulnatol's, I don't hate it. Blindside, heavy swing, so I better see a physical quarterstaff on you, because you're using physical support gems. You have a physical quarterstaff. Okay, very good. You have a pretty decent physical quarterstaff. That's actually solid. You do have fizz on your rings, which is the easiest one to get. Cool. You do have some elemental. Very nice. This is a 4-slot body armor. That's pretty good. The helmet, I don't hate it. This is fine. This is like pretty decent hollow form. I wish Nymph was around, because he plays a lot of this. And this is a really interesting thing. Now, at your level of invest, especially with like a headhunter and a decent staff, I really think that +4 is not too much to ask for on your amulet. I think the +2 with 44 spirit is just kind of a travesty. I don't know why the necessity for the reservation efficiency of Herald skills is a suffix, I believe, the desecration. So you got +2 rarity and you got 44 spirit and mana on this build. You have like, I don't know if you really need that much spirit. I don't feel like I do in my monks, so I think the res efficiency line is not that useful. I think +2 on amulets kind of it's really not nice this far into the league. I think you need a better amulet. I think that's by far your best piece of gear for an improvement. I'm just looking through and like checking all the stats and checking the tiers. There's some inefficient reses, but that's cool. Um, looks like you're capping res with your runes, and all you have is the 50% reduced effect of curses. I don't love the rune choices just for the reses. Like, it's completely fine. I removed a previous metaphor and desecrated the amulet today. Gotcha. Cool. So it hasn't been updated. That's all right. It's not a big deal. Um, the the rune slots, like wasting them on reses, I feel like is kind of a. I mean, this is a lot of you get a lot of gain off of runes going into the body armor slots. So I don't, especially if you get really good stats on there. I don't think that putting reses on here is all that important because the raw stats. And then you have meridians, and for meridians, energy shield recharge rate is really nice. You don't play combo, so combo is like whatever on the gloves, but you, I think there was a mod on the gloves that was specifically really nice. Um, I'm gonna quickly check and see if there's expedition. Give me 2 seconds. I need to yell at one of my cats. My older cat is screaming to go outside, and that's just not acceptable. Um, they are home cats. They are not allowed to go forward. So life per second, that doesn't really matter on any of these. The fizz to attacks is kind of fine. The magnitude of damaging or non-damaging elements is kind of fine. I don't know. I think reses are a little bit of a waste. The glove slot is questionable, but like the body armor slot is definitely like having iron runes and having these is paramount. You need Astrids. Sorry to interrupt, but can I use Essence of Abyss to override Essence of Breach, trying to avoid a Sinistral Null? It depends, Jester. Can you link me the item? Um, the biggest thing is you need to link me what type of item it is. So that's probably the most important part. Yeah, my IGN is Keeson15. Just link it and we can look at it together. Because it depends on the state of your item. You can't, on a ring, you can't use an Essence of Abyss to override or Essence of Breach. But you also don't have to Sinistral Null in that case. You can send a Whittle, which is usually cheaper than a Sinistral Null. It might not be at this point of the league. But there are, you know, there are ideas that you could do. So let's see what it is. Because if you're trying to move the Breach to a suffix, whittling it is usually better. But we gotta see. What do you have on your tattoos? For the tattoos, here, I'll show you guys. This is the tattoos. So I'm originally from Kazakhstan. It's got the mountains on there. It's got a Kazakhstan flag and a family crest for the wolf. So that is what's going on for the ink. Unless you meant the runic meridian tattoos, which are storm runes, curses, energy shield recharge rate, combo, and Alder's Legacy. So, let's look at this ring together and see. So, first things first, I don't love the all res. Explicit resistance modifier magnitudes is like fine. But you are trying to. I figured I'd go for T1 mana so I can't whittle it. Goal is triple T1 res and T1 life. So What's the item level on this? Are you trying to desecrate your last suffix? Is that what's happening there? Okay. So you can't use the essence of a beat of abyss to kill it on a ring. That's just because you need astards to be able to make that work, and you can't socket anything into a ring. Um, the explicit resistance modifier mag is 65, and your you have mana and evasion both tier 1. So mana 75 and evasion is 67. So if you send a whittle, it's going to roll over the explicit res, and I'm assuming that you want to keep that. Well, not necessarily, because you could roll with whittles and just keep hitting it. Are you looking to keep the mana and the evasion? Or you trying to go for life? So if you're trying to go for life, you you don't I mean, you do have a certain amount of bricks, but the other question is if you need a res on the suffix, why aren't you just desecrating the res and whittling? It says I tried whittling this and I feel like it's bricked. Um you don't have a desecration on there. This is kind of well and done bricked, because it depends on what sort of welcome, and thank you very much for the follow. Um, it depends on what you're looking for, because like what's the point of the craft? You want mana and cold damage, you want mana and fire damage, you want mana and something else. Like usually when people want mana, they really want mana, so they end up going with the implicit mana rather than all res, and they end up going with the essence mana as well as the flat. And usually at that point it's a caster ring. So if you're doing caster ring with triple res, then that's kind of silly, because most casters want cast speed on here. um so this seems to me like an attack ring, because I don't know what caster buys this. Like for the most part, the idea for casters is to make sure that you have the new breach mods. So if you're making a caster ring without the breach mods, without either the mana cost efficiency or the spell damage or the crit or any of that, it's your competition is too steep for the slot. So who's your target audience? Who are you trying to sell it to? And did you price check the end result before you started this ring? Or is it self-use and you just want those particular stats? So, but as far as this goes, which prefix do you not want to keep on the pain knot on the first string? Like, which prefix are you trying to get rid of is the question. Let's see what else we have going on in chat. So you're trying to do it myself, and it would be evasion. Well, evasion is the highest item level of all those. So, it's like really, really. I mean, I think that's just a restart. Yeah, you either leave it or you restart your prefixes. You hit it with a prefix and all twice, and you start whittling it again in sequence. I'll search for your higher mod and look for a lower mod, but you would probably want to put the desecration on the suffix and finish the actual suffixes. Although, to me, you should be desecrating a prefix in a ring. It really depends. We would have to sit through and look through possibilities and like calc it and take another like 45 minutes to kind of go through it. Don't have permission to post in the build help channel. Can I post my PoE Ninja here? So in order to post in any channel on the Discord, you need to go to welcome and you need to click on the thumbs up. This is how we prevent the bot spam. And then you'll have permission to post in build help. You could see it, but you haven't looked at the welcome channel. Just click that. You could post it there. So I can help you. It's no problem at all. And, any channel in a mention does work also. Mind over matter, life recoup, and energy recoups, what you're trying to do. Fuck me, that ring sounds awful to craft. I think it's more of like an off-stream thing. If you really need an idea on how to make it, I would put it in crafting help and let me know what's going on. So there's that. The only rings I want on my build are breach or mnemonics. Gold rings are like fine. I don't hate gold rings even for casters. They're like not terrible, I don't think. We need to finish this craft. I've been yapping forever. We have not finished one fucking craft tonight, chat. And it's 2 a.m. I don't know how much more strength I have in me because the night before I slept like 3 hours. Last night I slept like 3 hours. I think I'm gonna be asleep for a whole day. After this shit is done. We really need to finish the craft. I spend my money and make mistakes when I'm tired. This is why I picked a really, really, really chill craft. There's like very few ways of fucking this up. So there's no... We're not really in any danger of getting this killed off because most of the cost is in the base and we already have that done. So we're just chilling from this point forward. I just need to finish the prefixes on this one so I can show you guys both the amulets. The life hybrid is fucking dead. Come on, game. Can you have like ES one time? I just want to make one ES body armor, like just one. Am I asking for a lot? I guess I'm asking for a lot. No, not greater exalts. What are we doing with our lives? Gold rings are fine. I'm just a POB min-maxer. Well, I actually had a mnemonic ring on my caster, and I was like, I don't have Archmage. It's not giving me any more damage. It's not like, let me just stop and go get rarity and get more loot and so I can have more dopamine. Like putting rarity on there is just increasing your dopamine. And sure, that might fry your receptors eventually, but it's a really solid stat. Like I don't see anything wrong with just generally putting rarity on fucking everything. And especially, I don't know if you guys know this, but the exceptional bases, they do bring a lot of money when they drop. They're very jackpotty. Spark tooltip is my dopamine. Fair enough. The exceptional bases are jackpotty, but they are now just a tier 6 rare. So having rarity means you drop more exceptionals. And the cap out on that is like 300% or some stupid shit like that. So you technically have reason to go past 150. Even if you hit DRs on currency, you can jackpot on exceptionals. So there's that. I just like the percent mana since I ran Archmage. I don't blame you at all. Like, if I ran Archmage, I would put percent mana on there over rarity every day of the week. That being said, I would definitely make sure I get suffix rarity and like prefix suffix rarities on all of my gear. But it also kind of fucks with, like on a helmet, if you put mana, then you have to put flat in percent ES. You can't really put rarity onto a prefix slot if you already have mana. And if you have Archmage, you need to have mana in every slot. So it does kind of make it really, really annoying to gear. So there's that. But what is your character name, Kisun? It is Kisun_15. Somebody was trying to post in my Discord, or they might have DM me. Hey, brother, when you have a moment to take a look at my build, would be greatly appreciated. Was sort of following your Elemental stat build last night and applying it to my bow, and I think a decent upgrade. Not sure if I could change anything with the runes specifically. That is a DM from Abeloth. So let's see what Mr. Abeloth has for us. So we are gonna pull this up. We're going to make sure our scene is on, and there we go. So bow builds are one of my favorites. Played bow builds forever. Love me some bow builds. So let's look. Tier 1 crit, triple L8, underrated, really nice. Attack speed, pride skills. I like it. I don't hate it. This is solid. Um, the one part I do hate about this though is elemental bows are better on a warmonger. Like the reduced pod range is kind of shit. Like yes, you have a higher base fizz, but if it's not a fizz bow, just put it on a warmonger. That's my only gripe with this bow is put this on a warmonger. It's actively fucking your ice shot. Like it'll feel so much nicer on a warmonger, I promise you. If you do ever recraft the bow, send it on a warmonger. Anyway, high yes on the helm. You got crit chance, gorgeous, +3 proj. Cool. Spirit on here. 52 spirit, so it looks like you sanctified it. You missed it, but it hit over spirit, so that's cool. You and Corbin say attack speed is meh for Falling Thunder, but in my experience, before I boost my attack speed, the skill felt very clunky. Also, can you look at my build in Discord? For sure. I thought I might have already looked at yours. Are you in build help? We will definitely look at it. Unless this one came a little bit later. Oh yeah, so you created a thread. Yes, we will look at yours. And then we will look at the person in the end there. So we got 3 builds to take a look at. Really like bows. So solid flats, you got rarity, 40% attack qual. That's really, really good. The evasion looks solid on here. You got deflection on here. I want to see Proj gloves. I want to see Surpass. I got Surpass. I want to see Proj skills. I got those. I want to see Proj damage. Crit bonus. Beautiful gloves. I like it. So far, only gripe is the Warmonger. The tier 2 base is not even that bad. The stun threshold, I guess it's one stat. I can't get too picky about one stat. Stag is solid. Let's see your jewels. This is crit and notable. Fine. Crit attack speed's probably better, but I don't hate the notable effect. Attack speed, and crit bonus. Cool. Your chance crit bonus attack speed. We like it. One single gain. I would probably at this point try to get a double gain jewel. And I'm wondering where you're putting it, because generally speaking, the slot is over here for the jewel. That's against the darkness. Okay, so where are you putting your other jewel? Where's your jewel socket slot going there? That one, I don't love the placement for that one, but I'll allow it. It is what it is. So, let's see what else we have for your bow shot. I don't really care about the bow shot. We are looking for your ice shot. So, Ice Bite for Garakan Rakiata's standard stuff. I don't have too much to complain about in your build. Like, this is pretty solid. I mean, it's just dropping freaking mirrors into it to finish it. Like, my only gripe was the turn on a Warmonger, but that's fine. And Ice Shot has a really, really large conversion ratio. So you technically can play Fizz on it quite a bit. And one thing people don't realize is that the projectiles have barely any conversion. So the projectiles mostly end up being physical if you're not on an elemental staff, but if you're or bow, but if you're on an elemental bow, it's really, really chill and that's done. Let me just glance over at your tree and see what you got going on. It looks like you're using the guy that dies mark stuff, which is like fine. You picking up proj speed? You're not picking up proj speed. Interesting. The monk area with a crit. I like it. Movement speed nodes. Classic. I'm not sure about these. I think these nodes. I don't love these nodes. You are in the areas to pick up more crit here. You are in the areas to possibly pick up more crit there. This is really, really, really efficient for damage, especially because you have Garakan. Crit damage is like a absolutely badonkadonks multiplier for you. So pathing this way, I don't really love. That is 7 points here that you could get done in 3 and have 4 free points to go 1, 2, 3, 4. You move 2 and you have like 90% crit bonus. Or you can pick up crit bonus right here. And the skill speed is like, okay, I don't completely hate it. But you have crit bonus for free right here, and you have crit bonus for free right here. So you have 3 crit bonus nodes. The reduced armor evasion is kind of crazy, but 45 there and another 30 there, that's 5 points. So if you save this, like, think about it. Would you rather have 24% increased elemental damage there, 60% conditional, and like another 24 there? Like, increased isn't that high, but with Garokon, crit bonus is like just premium. So I would swap this. I would path, take the stats, and pick up your crit bonus nodes all around. So that's my conversation to you on bows. And I'm also usually a big fan of the proj. So the surpassing for proj here and the surpassing for proj there, I sometimes try to fit it into my build. The other thing is your EV from body armor, because it's a strictly EV body armor, is pretty nice. These series of nodes are really powerful for you. If you can find a way to take these, it's going to increase your survivability a lot. So if you can, I would take it. The extra mark stuff is cool. No complaints there. So I get it. It is what it is on that. So that's our bow build. Do you think I can trust 61.67 being crit capped with dazed and blind conditionals? 64% is what you can trust. 61.67 is iffy, technical. So I would trust 64. There are cases 61 works, but you have to have particular conditionals, and I'm not on POB enough to like tell you this. This is a question you should be asking Corbin, by the way. I would absolutely stop by Corbin's stream and link him your POB and go listen. Or link him your POE ninja and go, I'm at 61.67. Please tell me if I'm crit capped. And I bet you he's gonna like it enough to where he's gonna want to do it. Valentine VA says, I have like 3,000 divs in my wand jewels and offensive gear, but my helmet and boots were 50 div. Yeah, it'd be like that. You and Corbin say attack speed is made for Falling Thunder, but in my experience before I boost, the skill feels very clunky. And can you look at my build in Discord? We will, we're handling that right now, but the clunk, it just, I guess the clunk's in the eye of the beholder. Neither myself nor Corbin have any issues playing it without any attack speed on the build whatsoever. You just get good on dodge roll, but, you know, again, the shit is variable, so be careful. I might try and craft myself some 2 sockets over the weekend. Yeah, 2 sockets is the only thing that sells at this point. You kind of have to have 2 sockets. I don't think there's any reasonable way in which it's not that. So we got that. You're the best. Very much appreciated. So I guess we are adding another one, huh? Wow. This is what Corbin experiences. We were gonna craft shit today, chat. We were gonna craft shit. All right. These are done. So we're going through these 3, and then we are finishing the craft, and then chat, I'm fucking going to sleep after that, because I am fading. I don't know if you could tell. So let me guess. Based on your stuff, you are playing Communion? You better be playing Communion with this shit. Why don't I see Communion? What the fuck is this? Okay. You're not playing Communion. Fair enough. The quarterstaff is good. Okay. I see attack speed. This better be hollow form. It is not hollow form. Kill the attack speed, please. This is garbage. You need crit damage. Crit damage. Oh no no no! You have a +1 suffix. Never mind. Forget everything I just said. Your attack speed is fine. You should have mirrored my quarterstaff, but this is fine. For your for this build specifically, the magnitude of prefixes is much much better. Helmet, no complaints. +4 attributes. Complaints about the attributes. I don't think you need them. I think you could put a real suffix on there like crit bonus or something, but that's kind of min-maxy. You do have a single line of Fizz attack as mana. I really like this. This is really, really solid. You split off your rings. You didn't go for the cheap option, which is mirroring your other ring. You wanted your Fizz line. That's fine. I honestly think you could sell the Fizz line. Ocean Oath doesn't do as much. Just put it on a blue jewel. Swap one of your green jewels for crit and mana and ES, and you're chilling. You have Legacy of Foxshade, which is admirable, but my recommendation to you for Legacy is going to be this one. Legacy of Wanderlust is fucking overpowered on monks. This is just a Pathfinder ascendancy. Like, this is a 4-point Pathfinder ascendancy. Like, come on. How can you beat that? It's incredible. So, the extra movement speed is cool, but ignoring chilled ground and ignoring temp bubbles and ignoring chill in general is ridiculous, especially if you do anything expedition related. Solid all around here. Crit notable. I don't hate it. This is fine. Solid megalo, expensive build. I like it. I think you're clearing the entire game already altogether, so you're chilling. No complaints really. I mean, minor stuff. I hardly can even tell any sort of minor stuff. I think it's time for you to go to a new build. I don't know that like there's any reason to push this any further unless you really want to gig optimize. All right, let's look at yours. Tier ones. Wed crit bonus attack. Very nice. Pretty simple. Full energy shield helmet if you can help it. Hybrid is like okay, but full ES helmet is better. Let's check your gloves. You have percent ES. You have levels. You have your onslaught. Very good. Crit, double explode, solid gloves. I like them. Solid boots. I like those. There's really nothing else to be said about the rares. You're on CI. You got solid curses, energy shield recharge rate, a double combo. Very good. That is, you're following the Corbin build. I could see it. I can see it. Let's check your tree and make sure your tree's good. Yeah, that is definitely the Corbin build. You should have your notable. Yep, you got it. Yeah. My only gripe with this tree is these nodes right here are kind of shit. I think you should be overcapped with that quarterstaff. I don't think you need these blind nodes, especially considering you have these daze nodes, and I'm assuming you have charge regulation. I also don't know if you're. I think you might be over indexing on critical chance a lot. You should be overcapped. I would stop by Corbin's and make sure you're not overcapped on crit because I think you're like way overcapped. I don't think you need these. I don't think you need these two. I have these nodes. They're kind of questionable. If you drop anything to move something else over, I would drop those first. You did pick up crit chance over crit bonus here. This is a small thing. There's a bunch of crit bonus nodes there. Not picking up this node is crazy, by the way. That's a 3-pointer. You need to have this. Like there's no world in which not having this makes any fucking sense whatsoever. You should definitely go for it. As far as here, taking skill speed is actively trolling. You have crit chance here, and you're prioritizing crit chance in these ones. Skill speed doesn't do shit on Falling Thunder, so I would take the crit. I would take the crit nodes right here. You're already taking the crit nodes there over attack. You should be taking crit nodes there. I think that's all I got for you on the tree. I don't know that there's anything else on the build per se. Obviously, take it with a grain of salt. You are pretty much up there, but you're playing Falling Thunder, so small optimizations here and there. All right, we got ourselves another Deadeye. Or was it the same exact one? I think it might be the same exact one. I don't There's no way that two of you are playing elemental. And my brain is melting. He's had +3. Yeah, I think it's our very, very same guy. So I think we've already done yours, sir. Very nice build. Fantastic. Let's finish our craft and release me to go to sleep, chat. Yeah, 65 is fine. 65 you're going to be good on technical. Having Onslaught definitely closes the gap on it. The other part is I really like Silver on my Mage Blood. Silver on Mage Blood makes it usable across different classes because casters could use it. And I mean Quicksilver, Silver, Gold, Diamond. That's my favorite Mage Blood, 100% bar none. I think it's really really hard to beat. Falconer's Jacket. Is it worth trying to whittle the life regen? Don't think you can whittle the life regen on this. It's definitely worth whittling the life regen if you can. I just don't remember if the deflection's higher, and my brain is a little bit cooked right now. But on a body armor like that, I would definitely whittle the life regen. You need the other res. There's no ifs and buts about it. You need the other res. That's just life. So, ta-da. All right. Let's hit this fucking mod chat so we can be done with this craft. I will have a few more prepared for you tomorrow. We're probably going to be more reasonable hours on the stream tomorrow, so we should be able to figure out something decent. Please, %ES one time, game, release me. Tier 1, though. Tier 1. Tier 1. Game said, Tier 1? You mean Tier 3? No. I don't mean Tier 3. I mean Tier 1. I rolled over Spirit. What you get for crafting tired. Make sure that the window captures are gone. There we go. Oh, well, I closed them, so. McQueen is fading. Listen, 3 hours of sleep per night. The shit is like, oh, it'll get you. It catches up to you. It hits you like a ton of bricks, and then you just go, man, my brain is done. I'm normally, hopefully, a little bit more entertaining. So it's just at this point, it's like late night streams, half finishing these body armors. But we're gonna push through, and we're gonna get this one completely finished because once the prefixes are done, the suffixes are a cakewalk. There's really not anything else to the suffixes. But you do end up spending a fair bit of time in the chaos prison here. And then behind that is the Abyss Essence Prism for the reservation efficiency, and then we double slam, and then we're usually done. It's tier 2, and it just needs to be over 90. And I do want to finish it tonight, because I know some of you guys will find this craft tomorrow, and you're going to fuck it up for me. So, maybe you won't. Maybe you won't. But there's a pretty good chance that I need to offload these body armors before you guys completely ravage the market. Especially those of you with like 1,000 or 2,000 divs. There's gonna be, I think there's gonna be a surplus of these feathered raiments in the market soon, and I think it's gonna be a little bit harder to sell them. But there's variance on the end of the craft, so you guys would want to see. Can't whittle any of the bad suffixes. Thoughts on what to do? Yeah, you're cooked, sir. You can just send a suffix whittle and gamble the 1 and 3, but I mean, the lightning res is not even that dead. You already have crit bonus. Like, what else are you looking for? You're looking on the for the additional proj. I mean, you could send the 2 and 3 and then see what happens. But honestly, I would sell this. Welcome to the crafter streamer prison. Undercut it on sales, overpaying on bases, sitting in your hideout, slamming chaos mindlessly onto a piece of gear you wish you didn't even fucking hit the fracture on because you're too tired to finish it. Yeah, that's crafter life. It is what it is. If I drop the stats, I have to drop the elemental conflux. Down roll your elemental conflux. And also, elemental conflux is kind of a bait. It's like, a lot of people like it. I don't love it. Too stupid fucking game. 2 off max. Oh. If this batch of chaos doesn't hit it, this batch of chaos doesn't hit it, this body armor is going in the bin and we're finishing the other one, and then we're done. Thank you for the input. Absolutely. Anytime, sir. So watch this hit. Nope. The a lot of the things that we end up doing end up being chaosing and slamming behind. And the unfortunate part is, like, it takes more time. Like, it saves you a shitload of money, but you end up paying in time. And sometimes people are just not willing to do that. Like, there is a point at which, like, stopping this is a very, very, very realistic move. So. I go delirious chaos spamming sometimes. So the one thing that has helped me before is if I can chaos spam multiple items for a specific mod and I could put a search on it and I could just see the thing lighting up instead of having to read every line and process it, that usually does help. But either way, we're either going to hit it and be done with it, or we're going to run out of chaos orbs and we're going to put this into the shelf until I wake up and recraft it tomorrow, hopefully when this sells. There's also an argument for not even recrafting it and selling the base, because if you guys get to this point and you're like, I'm running out of money, just sell the base for 300 divs. The base itself is expensive. So, okay, well, that is that. I'm gonna leave this for now, and we're gonna finish this craft. So we hit tier 1 ES, we hit Spirit, we hit it very quickly. So the next thing is going to be our 80 should be enough. I am using rerolls for this. Let's go 5 divs of rerolls. Shouldn't need that many, but just gonna have it just in case. We're gonna do a slam behind, so we may as well prep that once we go into the pit. And we want our Abyss essences, we want our crit essences. We need seeking. 2 divs worth of seekings should be fine. And then we need our suffix. We need the suffix crystallizations, and we need a bunch of them because we're going to end up using like a shitload of them. They are apparently expensive now. Cool. So all we're doing is we're turning on all the suffix crystallizations. We need to put an asterisk creativity in because I always forget to do that, so we may as well preempt it. And we're gonna roll the suffix body armor. Because our prefixes are filled, it's always gonna hit a suffix off of that little mark thing. We're just gonna roll it for a lot cheaper than we normally would, and we're gonna get our spirit reservation efficiency of skills onto it. Why do you need the crit essence? You will see shortly. You will see very shortly. So we're going to put our rib on there. We have a reroll, it's already active. We're going to roll for it. We're not going to hit Spirit Res, which is normal. And then we have our suffix dextral crystallization on. And now this has an Abyss mod. So if we try to override it with Mark of the Abyss, it says it already has a revealed modifier. So we get cheeky. We have our suffix consume. We override it with a crit bonus essence. And then we go Mark of the Abyss to override the essence with also the dextral crystallization. And then we throw a rib over the top of it and it always replaces it. And that way we are actually able to just roll for it for free. So that's our rolling. It's 1, 2, 3. One thing you guys do need to see on these is sometimes what's going to happen is you click this and it gives you an error. It's because it's trying to put the mod onto a prefix. Just redo it again. If your Abyss Essence is giving you some kind of trouble, just click it again. And sometimes you could go like 5 clicks in a row to do this. So like that. When it says item cannot apply to target item, just click it again. And people are saying, oh, it's a bug. It's not a bug. The Abyss Essence could go onto prefix or suffix. It's trying to go into the prefix, and prefixes are full. That's why it's not letting you do it. Like, it tried to hit prefix twice. So, it's absolutely intended behavior. I mean, it might be stupid behavior, but it follows the GG logic. So I don't know that this is necessarily getting fixed. So we need Spirit Reservation efficiency out of this. Is damage taken in mana as a desecration here ever a pivot? No. You reduce the sellability of your item by over half by taking that mana mod. So it is absolutely never, ever, ever a pivot. I rolled over like 3 of them already. So this is... It would, like, when I price check this, it's completely dead with this. In order to make this mod worthwhile and sellable, and I don't think it is sellable even in the case of ES mana, but that would be the only time where it's even salvageable as a mod. But it's too common, and so I think a lot of people ended up having it, so it just doesn't sell on this particular body armor. Which this would be the body armor of all body armors to have this on, but no, Spirit Reservation efficiency is better. The curse effect on some body armors can be a pivot for a particular build if a streamer really wants to like take curse immune through the body armor. And then so we're done with this part. This is nice. Now if you notice, I'm not putting my shit away just yet because this is all gonna depend on that slam in the end. So we're just sending the slam. We got T3, T4, and at that point, that is what it is. We're going to send Whittles down the hatch and see what lands. So we got 3 there. Have a 3 slot plus 30 quarterstaff, all T1, but no suffix rune. Any way I can add that without breaking it? Adding the suffix rune does not break your item. You can add it at any point in the craft. If you wait until the video tomorrow, you'll see I had some suffixes done before I added the rune. So you absolutely don't have to have it to add the actual craft. So it's pretty chill. Our allotted whittle budget isn't very high for this, so I'm not really trying to go too crazy. Energy shield recharge rate is kind of ass. These low tier hold reses are not great. Lightning res T3. I need to see if the energy shield recharge rate is any good. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling up the modifier list. Let me show you guys this. Let me change this to... So this is going to be body armor int. So for the body armors, we are looking to see if our energy shield tier 2 is actually a reasonable whittle, because we're looking at this being 65. Energy shield recharge rate tier 2 is 66. So that's already a brick. I don't think sending any more whittles into this is going to do anything for us. So, and this is like one of those unlucky crafts sometimes. So we got ourselves a suffix annul, and we need to kill the energy shield, and you know, at times it's gonna just be a restart. So at this point, this is an omen of light and restart. So that's where we restart the suffixes. So then we go essence, we go suffixes, we go echoes, we go abyss, abyss, abyss. Just gotta remember to click your omens. And back off to the mines with us. We need to roll the spirit. Oh yeah. You're right. So we didn't do anything in particular in here. We just did a prefix null and we slammed it twice. Or excuse me, we did a suffix null and we slammed it twice with the suffix annul. The first one hit the res, and then instead of sending the second suffix annul, we just slide it off the reservation efficiency mod, because once we do this, it's just going to that energy shield gets eaten by the abyssal mark, and then we click it on, and then we restart at this point. So this is good for you guys to see that sometimes you're just gonna have to restart this part. At least it's not like incredibly expensive. But it could still suck to have to redo this. Usually I haven't had to redo this more than like twice. So of course the game wasn't gonna let me have an easy end of the night and like finish the craft. And I already threw out too many whittles. Like sometimes you are gonna get fucked on this craft. There's a little bit of RNG involved. I would not call this a deterministic event at all. Yeah, sorry about seeing the PoEDB and being late on the Switch. Oh, this is the end of the night blues are absolutely fucking it. They're the item level 65 on the spirit reservation efficiency really does make this craft a little bit annoying. Because you just can't really whittle past certain mods. Like certain mods are bricks, and you either have to just send a Gamba annul or a full restart. I mean, I always send the Gamba annul, but it's also not like a completely terrible thing that there's a little bit of RNG, because it makes it so that somebody can't just come crash your market anytime they want to. So that's the other part that's nice. I apologize in advance. I gotta sneeze. Maybe I don't. We'll see. If I do, I'll mute the mic. So double slam again. We got reservation. Hopefully double slam hits something decent. Life regen tier 3 int tier 2. We once again are in need of our PoEDB. I'm gonna check it off of the scene switch for you guys. We're looking at tier 2 int and tier 3 life per second. So tier 2 int is 66, so that's a brick. And tier 3 life per second it's 68. Both of these are bricks. So at this point, we are once again fucked, and we need to go send our suffix annuls. It's not very normal to get like just this owned on our suffixes. Like that's just so bad. Great. I guess we're rolling for the third time, chat. This is the one. I believe it. I believe it. I mean, if it's not the one, guess what? Like, there's an argument for which to put this down and kind of like just be done with it, but I want you guys to see the process of hitting it. Like, we kind of hit it way too easy yesterday. So, being able to see welcome, and thank you. I appreciate it. It just kind of fizzled very quickly yesterday for this craft, because it was like, oh, we slam it, we whittle twice, and it's done. And you guys don't really get to see some of the decisions that get made as to like what to do with these. Because knowing to go check the mods before you spend a whole shitload of whittles, and this res efficiency, like it's not supposed to come this often. That was very, 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 very lucky. So the tier 2 life regen is a brick. There's just no ifs and buts about it. So we need to kill off the tier 2 life regen. I don't think we sold a single armor with shit like the tier 2 life regen. So I think every time that mod needs to go. And it's one of the ones that you hit most commonly. So there's a little bit of a cautionary idea here. So Chaos Orb. Don't do what I was about to do with Chaos Orb removing suffix modifiers, chat. We want annul to remove suffix. So there's the annul. We checked it. We are good. We send one. We break our shit. That's great. We send another. There's the cold res. And we go back into the mines. Can't do the no omen of light trick with the last mod. So the reason the omen of light trick works is because it rips off only a single existing suffix. If we're in the end and we're trying to omen of light for that mod, omen of lighting for that thing is a very, very, very like challenging idea. We hit it 3 times quickly, but you could go 60, 70 lights without hitting it, and that would completely ruin the entire craft. And there's a pretty good chance that we end up, for the amount of recrafts that we had to do, this is the most that I've ever had to do on this particular craft. I think we are on number 4, and I've hit it by 3. Like, I've hit it on the very, very first one once. I've hit it on the second one. I've hit it on the third one. So maybe this is just telling us that we're gonna hit it on the 4th one. So I don't know. but it doesn't seem like average luck. This seems like we are absolutely getting fucked. Hey Keeson, you still doing gear reviews? We are gonna do more gear reviews tomorrow. We are finishing this silly little chest piece, and then I'm going to bed. Because if I stay up anymore, I'm going to literally lose my mind. I am in a barely survival kind of state, having not slept almost at all last night. Um, and I wanted to make sure that I get you guys the videos. I still need to schedule the release of it all, and double check the last bits. So there's gonna be a stream tomorrow. There's gonna be gear reviews tomorrow. So just hang tight for me until I can catch some shut eye and not lose my mind. He goes fair. The crafting casino is indeed in full swing. Why are you perfect exalting if you want the item levels to be lower than spirit reservation? Because I don't necessarily want the item levels to be lower than the spirit reservation. I want the right mods. I want a level of res. I'll take the hybrid chaos res. I'll take the regular res. I'll take int. I will settle with energy shield recharge rate, and I want them higher tier, which is why we're sending the perfect exalt. We like not sending a perfect exalt and just exalting it and then whittling behind is the same exact shit. So the perfect exalt is just basically a free cheap whittle up front. We want the right mods. We're not like incredibly concerned with um like we want higher tier mods, and we want them to be correct. We want it to be mostly reses because that's what sells. So I hope that makes sense as to why we're perfect exalting. Like having a low tier mod that is correct doesn't do anything for us. Like a tier 5 resistance, while whittleable, is fucking dead. But hitting a tier 1 res off of the perfect exalt is actually very, very reasonable. All right, this is the one. So int is fine, and tier 1 crit reduction. Let's see what that does for us. Tier 1 crit reduction is 65, so we can just send a whittle at that and see what if it hits the right mod. Actually, int is not really great, so we are once again back to the annul shit. So that's 5. God bless America, chat. Sometimes you just don't fucking win. And I think tier 2 int is like a settleable thing. So we are going to slam it again here and hope for a res. And that's a settle. And then we're done here. We got fire, chaos, res, and an int. This is like a 600 div body armor, and then we're done with it. The only thing that's left is just divining it. So the hybrid chaos evidently doesn't really like, it doesn't always sell all that well. But it is what it is. So we do need a good roll on the fire chaos though. So we are unfortunately dividing the spirit and the fire chaos. That does make it a div hell, so that does suck. 13 is just not good enough. So we're looking at the Spirit Divine and we're looking at the Fire and Chaos Res Divine. That is the ass part with these hybrid soul mods. So we have 19 on Spirit and we have 30 on Fire and Chaos Res. We have Int on there. The reservation efficiency is kind of not our problem. Somebody else can go deal with that. We rune it and then we list it for 600 and then we go to sleep. That is exactly what's happening here. So the one thing that has been suggested to me is to not be a douchebag and go send a raid to somebody when we're done. So unfortunately, nobody in our nobody's streaming these degenerate ass hours. So we are not raiding anybody tonight. Remember to put this this rune in. Not that it matters, but it's like having that rune is better than not having it. Because sometimes people are just not great at searching for things. And we need the masterwork rune here. And as long as this is over 400 on the energy shield, that's the number people search for. The div on the res efficiency is kind of ass. So it's a little bit less likely that this one's going to sell by the time I wake up tomorrow. But we're actually going to price check it together. So elemental chaos, we don't care about how much spirit. We do want like at least 15% mana, and we want spirit reservation efficiency. Let's set these to 20s. And it's the sockets that are killing us up on the price check. Item level doesn't matter. 2 sockets. The mana before life doesn't matter because we have the name of the thing. So 15 on the chaos res. Just any amount of chaos res. So this is lightning, chaos, and fire. Somebody might want int because int is mana. 14 lightning and chaos and spirit on there. It's a worse divine than ours. The other gentleman has got a tier 2 res and a shitty energy shield. These are overpriced. The reason the bottom one's there for 2 days is because the person doesn't know how to sell their item. So I am gonna see if somebody really values that int mana on here, because this is for a mana stacker type of person. Or rather the fake mind over matter type person. So the other thing I'm gonna do is actually buy an Omen of the Blessed and put the prefix at 10. Because people do the search. Sometimes they'll do the search for 25% of damage is taken from mana before life. So the 400 energy shield and the 25% combined of mana before life makes the item more searchable. So that's why we're doing particular things on here. This is, like you saw, there isn't really anything like it, and because there isn't anything like it, we're gonna try to go for 750. I don't think it sells. I think the going price for this is gonna be like 600 divs. I think 750 is like being like overestimating it, but you know, fuck it. Now hit 30 quality. No way. It's 2 a.m. Central here. Yeah, it's 3 a.m. Eastern. So, gear reviews tomorrow. You guys are going to have a video tomorrow that's already recorded and set up. It's just going to happen. And the are there no omens to div prefix and suffix separately? There are no omens to do that. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Does the base sell better than the flowing raiment, or is it just cheaper? Curious, since the mana stat guides I've seen use that one. Um, for some reason, this one sells better. I don't know if it is necessarily what like the builds are calling for, or if people are just there's one niche build that's buying them because there's not a lot of these in the market. What do I think about Belton? I think Belton is a much better crafter than I am. I can tell you that much. I think I'm a better teacher than Belton. I think doesn't he doesn't speak to a regular person the way that I would. I think he's too far removed from the average intelligence of a person. I think he has a problem explaining things in layman's terms, basically. But he's fantastic at the game, so yeah, absolutely. I love hearing Belton rant about stuff for 50 minutes before actually crafting something in a guide, says I'm Valentine. Listen, I when I was learning, I've attempted to learn from Belton, and I must be too stupid because I could not pick up a single thing. Like, obviously, he's really good at the game, and he makes amazing items, and he's like, for what it's worth, Belton's asshole days seem to have been much over. Like, way. It was like maybe 8 to 10 years ago. There was a time where when Belton was regarded as a person that's abrasive. I don't think that that's the case anymore at all. So I think he's been kind and just like I think he's been awesome in the community. I can't learn from him. Yeah. I had somebody that really disliked him because one time in band camp 8 years ago, poor guy got yelled at by Belton. Like, dude, you got to let it go at some point. It's been 8 years, okay? Forgive the guy. It's been 8 freaking years, okay? Um, yeah, it's I'm old. If you're if you're younger than like 35, then you probably won't know the one time in band camp joke, but just look it up on Google. Belton sold me fit behind the crafting bench. Did you have a flute? That's funny. I appreciate you guys being able to learn the stuff. It's definitely incredible that all of you have been able to be around for both the streams and the crafts, and just all around the support has been amazing. So that is definitely fantastic. I appreciate the sub. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um the I don't know. I honestly don't know why there isn't anybody that's been able to explain the things, because like I'm not going over basic concepts with you guys, right? Like I'm not telling you what an exalt orb does. There's a wide range of audiences and people that watch this, and there's a bit of a wide range of experiences um that kind of come to the channel from you guys, and there's a wide range of people that are looking at it and appreciating the craft. So like there's people that are newer and there's people that are more experienced. It's not really designed for like the ultra high-end crafter, but it's not really designed for a person that's brand new to PoE either. Both of those are kind of not going to find anything on the channel that's interesting. So it's it's really interesting that you guys are able to find all kinds of things on here. So I don't know. That's all neither here nor there. I think this is an incredible privilege that you guys are all here and watching, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was mortified that I'm gonna be in a room alone, just staring at shit and going, what am I doing here? Like streaming it to my wife and son-in-law and daughter-in-law, and like put some fucking step grandkids in on an iPad to watch the stream, and it's just me and like four other people from literally the family. Uh, so I was definitely a bit scared of that, and y'all showed up, and I appreciate you guys. Doing this shit alone is like terrible. Um, G Bruntis says, I like learning about what bricks an item and how to avoid bricking with blockers, etc., because I don't know that stuff. And when you taught that stuff last night, I was like, damn, this is super valuable. I edited the video specifically to like highlight a lot of the blocker moments. So it's gonna be for the person that's interested in that, it's this gonna be definitely a gold mine. Everyone is super helpful on the Discord as well. Almost everyone. There's a couple of people that are not incredibly helpful, but that's okay. They're there for the memes. So we have everybody has their place. And not everybody needs to be Mr. Clean and Mr. Nice. There are some people that you just want to schmack them, but at least they're funny. So as long as they're at least funny, they're accepted in the community. I mean, ideally they're also nice, but being funny is also really good. Jester says, I streamed like 10 years ago in D3 just for friends to watch our group and ended up with like 100 viewers every day, then came to PoE and stopped streaming. You should have continued, bro. Like, obviously enough people wanted to watch you and liked what you brought to the table. So, I mean, I don't know, but ideally, maybe one day I could do this full time because honestly, you guys, I completely hate my job. I've done it for 15 years. It's very specialized. It's like car sales and management and dealerships, and the hours are long and the people suck. And our work culture is kind of toxic. Like I think the United States work culture is toxic in general, but the car dealership work culture makes United States look like it's freaking siesta time in Spain. Um, it's just absolutely incredible. So not doing that for a living would be really, really, really nice. Doing this for a living would be even nicer. Man, going to a car dealership sucks if you get paid to do it. Like, I hate it, and I'm literally paid to do it. I I know how bad it is for customers because I don't want to do it. So obviously they don't want to do it either. And not only do they gotta go, but they gotta spend money too. So obviously that's not very fun at all. So you got your life, you got your cold. Did you want the cold? I'm assuming you wanted the cold on this. Are you going to be able to go full screen sometime soon so seeing the text lines is easier? Um what what do you mean full screen? You mean you want me to get off my ultra wide monitor for the text lines? I don't know if I'm ever gonna stream on the monitor on the right hand side. I have two different ones. The one I'm streaming on is ultra wide. So it's I get more information. Like my game literally just looks like that normally. I get an extra like half a screen on both sides. Yeah, I can't really play the game outside of ultra wide. I went ultra wide for League of Legends like 8 years ago, and I haven't been able to play regularly. So it's the reason that it looks weird on your screen is because it's ultra wide, and some of the devices don't really convert it very well to regular screens. So I don't know that there's going to be changes very much. We'll see. Everything's up in the air. It's just I really, really, really like playing the video game on ultra wide, so it's not incredibly likely to change. For real, I am fading you guys. I appreciate the support. I appreciate all of you being here. Much love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much for being here. There will be a stream tomorrow. There will be at least one video tomorrow, maybe two. So stay tuned, join the Discord, stop by, say hi. I appreciate all of you guys. Peace.